Alright, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Real Talk video. And may the Most High bless you. I pray all is well with everybody as we give the Most High all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. In spite of what's all going on, I never stop serving the Most High. Coming to you a little different in this video. My emails have went sky high behind this. The church shooting in Charleston, South Carolina, where this little fool done murdered 9 people. And my heart is heavy in this video. That's why I'm gonna do this real talk, because I see stuff, man, every day, or hear about stuff every day, or read about stuff every day. But the majority of the stuff I see is with my own eyes. Yeah, but my email have been blowing up behind this shooting down in Charleston, South Carolina. It's all over the news. And a lot of people been asking me, what's my take on this? You know, what do you think? Y'all know a lot of times I just don't do videos like this because I would have to do a video every day if you're going to talk about hate crimes, murder in the church, or, you know, black on black, white versus black, another police officer chokes or gun downs another teen. I would have to do a video every day. But I will do this one. It's sick what we living in. But see, y'all know what I always tell you on here. I know, and you know who the real enemy is. You know who the real enemy is. It's not about flesh and blood, and we have to understand that, even though a lot of people would never understand that. But like I said, I would have to do a video every day if it came down to me having to do what's my take on this kind of stuff. But this mess we see it's a time coming where we're not gonna have to even see none of this stuff no more. First of all, my heart goes out to those families. I pray very hard for them that lost their loved ones. Anytime innocent people get murdered and then children are there to see it also, man, that does something to me. And if I didn't have the Holy Spirit, I'm going to tell you, JT will be dead or in prison. I just put it to you like that. And it'll be behind a good cause, because I've been done took somebody like that out. I'm just going to be real with y'all in this video like I always do, because I ain't always been there with my temper. And I mean that coming from a point as when I hear about stuff like this or know somebody that done something like this, it make you just want to kill them. It make you say, hey man, they need the death penalty. And I'm all for the death penalty. I ain't gonna lie. This dude here, he need to be killed. He murdered folks. This is a slaughter. Let me just call it what it is. That's a massacre. That's a slaughter, man. This dude, I don't even gonna say killed. He murdered them. He murdered them. Just like down here, we got so many murders going on. That's why I say I would have to do a video every day. I just looked at the news and what I'm talking about over here is it don't matter what color you are, you getting a bullet in your head. Not only is it storming and the weather bad, but people are still robbing and murdering folks. I mean, of all races. And it's sad what we living in. It's like, who really want to bring a child up in what we living in now? It's done got so far off bad now, man, that you can't go to school. You can't go nowhere. If it ain't murder, it's a pedophile. If it ain't a pedophile, somebody got a hate crime, or somebody robbing this person, or somebody don't love somebody no more. They done committed suicide, or done shot up their husband or their wife. I mean, you name it. That's what we living in. And it hurts my heart that little kids have to see this stuff, y'all. Man was just killed at Subway right here in Oak Cliff, murdered. No reason. A woman just got murdered up in the colony, shot and killed. No reason. People got families. That's somebody's mama. That's somebody's dad, uncle, brother, wife. I mean, to take a life, innocent life, like that, I believe you need your life taken too. Yeah. But what this is all boiling down to is demonic, my brothers and sisters. But let me get back on this Charleston thing. When you look at these young people like this, what is he, 21, who are not happy with their personal life. I mean, it's not hard to figure out what somebody is planning now. You know why? Because Facebook reveals it. Twitter reveals it. People Instagramming. They letting you know what they're going to do before they do it. But it's just a lot of people ain't catching it. But look at what he said. This fool said he was tired of black people taking over the world. Taking over the world. Black people are always talked about, hated on, mistreated. But I'm just gonna say this term black people in this video too, because I don't like to use the term black. But it's all races. It's all races that's going through something. But black people have really been targeted for a long time. But what am I getting at with this? I mean, this dude said he was tired of black people taking over the world. And my question is, if we the most hated, we dirty, we filthy, we stinky as some call, we niggas, we this, we that, we coon, whatever, you know, all these names. Why are there so many people trying to be like black people of other races? I go to show you how confused people are. Why are there so many white women trying to look like black women now? Getting their lips and everything puffed up, their butt, their breasts and all this stuff. And I'm not talking about all white women. And I'm not talking about all black people or ignorant and stupid and all this stuff that like people like to call them. I'm just having a real talk video, so I'm just going to throw all this stuff in here together. But this dude had a problem, racism, as you call it. He had a problem with color. Now, Emmanuel, AME, I have to say this again, that was the church, and I believe that's one of the oldest African Methodist Episcopal churches there was. Once again, the pastor, I mean, all that was murdered. My heart. It's kind of hard to do this video, man. My heart goes out heavy for y'all, my prayers. But I always tell people murder can happen anywhere. But I'm going to say something else. I want y'all to catch this, black people. We've been killing each other in the church buildings for I don't know how many years now. It's been without a gun. It's been with our tongue and our actions. We've been killing for years. Somebody catch that later. And it ain't been a white man doing that killing. Y'all know I keep it real. That's the only way I know how to keep it. But this fool, once again, saying he was tired of us taking over the world, just go to show you how lost he is. And how lost many people are. Because the God of this world is Satan. And if he would have had been taught, I don't know what it was, how it was for him growing up, but it ain't hard to figure out. But if he would have knew anything, we already know that we see unbelievers. He would have known who the God of this world was, and he would have known that Satan uses any color. Any color. But see, I do my studying, not just the Bible. Even with this I'm talking about, just a few weeks ago, if you catch what the papers were saying, This fool and his buddy was getting drunk together. And that's when he said he was tired of black folks and how white folks need to take a stand. Somebody need to do something. See, right there, I would have picked up on that. He say somebody need to do something and stand up for the white race. That sounds just like the KKK, Ku Klux Klan. And Sister Tisha, you asked me, do I believe his punishment should be death? Man, if they could kill him 3 times, I would say kill him 3 times. See, people trip me out with this depending on the judicial system. This old messed up system that keep freeing all the people that's murdering folk, letting all the criminals go back to the streets. I don't depend on this judicial system. I don't. Because it ain't no justice. It's just us. Look at the news every day. You'll see that. They have trials for I don't know how long when the murderers done murdered the folks a long time ago. Man, you can commit murder now and get out faster than somebody who stole a car. Somebody catch that later. So hell yeah, he should get the death penalty. Look at how many lives he took. And I mean that out of love. I would say he need to be put to death without even thinking about it. See, a person like that need to be put out there like they would do back then and just get by 9 shooters and just, yeah, you shot them, so you need to get shot. Just line them up on the wall, all of them that's murdering folks like this, and just get an AK-47 and go down the line. Yeah, I believe in that. See, I believe in this Bible, but I also believe in Smith & Wesson. I believe in the piece of steel. I'm gonna do all I can to protect myself, my family. I mean, if you think about it, man, the Bible teaches you to protect yourself at all costs. See, I'll let turn the other cheek and let somebody slap me and no, that don't fly with JT. If you coming in my house to rob me, break in and try to murder me or whatever, you better pray I don't get to mine before you get to yours. Because one way or the other, one of us gonna leave her. The father gonna get some company one way or the other. It's gonna either be my life or their life. See, it's time out for talking about what's all this fake stuff, and it's time out for trying to overlook what's really going on. We gotta realize what we living in, y'all. We got to realize it. What if that was your daughter that he murdered? Your son, your wife. Look at that woman lost her mother. I believe she was 70 years old. This young fool started with the oldest person first, I believe. The stuff he was saying, demonic. But what if that was your mama, your husband, your children, your younger brother? See, most Christians don't believe in the death penalty, but I ain't going to fit in the category with them because I don't even fit the category with Christians, no way. Because when you catch it, the Most High designed the first death penalty. You better be grateful that things have changed in so many ways. Because if this dude was in the Old Testament, he'd been gone. It wouldn't even been no trial. It wouldn't have been no lockup facility. He'd have been gone. But now you can murder somebody and still live. Wasn't like that in the Old Covenant. You took a life, yeah, yours was going to be taken too. When you look at this, man, and what this young fool was saying, and look at how many people he murdered a state senator, my brothers and sisters. He murdered 3 pastors. He murdered a library manager. He murdered a high school coach, a speech therapist, a government administrator, a college enrollment counselor, college graduate. See what I'm saying? 6 women and 3 men. A total of 9 people. All for what? Because he hate what he see in this life. Black folks taking over. And when I listen that y'all favorite president, Barack Obama, I had to kind of turn my head at that. I understood what he was saying, but That wasn't the real issue. Obama called the tragedy another example of how America is so messed up and how everybody can get their hands on the guns. Just another example of how you can, yeah. But you got people out here without guns, who got bombs. Man, you can get murdered anyway now. Knives, bats, or police officers. Somebody catch that later. Not all police officers. Every time you turn on the news now, a police officer murdering somebody. They're not murdering no white people. Somebody catch that later. You got those who out here raping. Let's keep it real in this video, President Obama. What about the drunk drivers who killing folk? Everybody talking about weed and smoking weed and all this stuff, but how many more people gonna get killed behind the drunk driver? You talking about guns. This thing is way past guns. Another lady just lost her life because somebody got behind the wheel drunk and ran off the road. Car flipped over 6 times with children in the back. So you don't need a gun. All the murder is not behind a gun. Look at the pedophiles who destroying folk. Look at some of the women who are prostitutes and they getting strangled to death. Cause some fool high as hell. Demons is what you have once again. I don't think the president know about demons. I don't think he know too much about the Bible. Because I see him go against it too many times. I see him legalize sin. So I ain't being funny, but ain't too much President Obama what he gonna say is gonna really move me. Because I'm not looking for President Obama no way. I'm not looking for Capitol Hill. I'm looking toward the hills from where my help comes from. And my help comes from the Most High. Yeah, it's way too many guns out here now. But let me tell you something else. Who's killing these prosperity preachers? They don't even need a gun to rob. They church folks. They killing with a Bible and a lie. I just tell it like it is. But for this fool to go in the Bible study and act like nothing wrong, like he want to be a part of their study and murder people, that's a coward. That's a punk. You weak. You murdering innocent people. I'm going to say this off the wall, and people hate when I talk like this, but if you don't like things that much, fool, kill yourself. I know that sound mean. But I'm saying this out of love. I don't wish suicide on nobody. But if you that messed up in your mind and you can't stand your personal life and what's going on, just kill yourself. Stop ending everybody else's life. Because I got a news flash for you. You think suicide is the easy way out? It ain't. Oh, once you got to give an account, you're going to wish you would have never killed yourself. You're going to wish you did know something about the Most High and was serving the Most High. But this fool just bought a 45 Glock. Man, we used to get them on the streets 15 years old, 14 years old. But he just bought a Glock, and it's sad that people can't pick up on when something is wrong with an individual. When they giving you hints on how they about to go do something. So I've been checking in on this. He was just at a reunion. And he told this dude that he had planned on doing something, but he didn't say he planned on what it was. But it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out what he about to do if he just bought a gun. He Facebooking this, talking about that. See, if that had been me, my relatives would have been picked up on that. Oh, my mama would have been the first to pick up on that. She would have saw it in my eyes. What you need a gun for? What you getting ready to go do? Just like when that black man murdered those police officers, I can't remember where it was at. My mind went blank on it. But when he murdered those police officers, that was a slaughter. That was a massacre. He said He told everybody what he was going to do before he did it. And he said he was going to shoot some pigs. He put it on Facebook, tweeted, whichever one it was. See, in the hood, we know what that term of talk is. Pig is just nothing but another name for cops. Or we'll say 5-0 or one time. Pigs. But we wouldn't talk about all, because it's actually some good police officers out here, not all the bad. But this fool Facebook page, he showed Confederate flag plates on his car. He's wearing a jacket with the stitched on flag patches. He was all about white rules. He was already targeting and saying stuff about Zimbabwe and them countries where he can't stand Africans and all that stuff. Why wasn't it they didn't pick up on that? I mean, if I can put two and two together, I ain't the smartest man in the world, but I ain't the dullest knife in the drawer either. This dude showed what he was going to do before he could do it. And you would think with all this technology, how the government is watching everything you do. They just like they watching me now. They know what you posting on the internet. They see everything. They got your cell phones tapped. They know your every move, but the government didn't do nothing about it. But I said that to say this. Look who controls the government. When you look at this dude record, it shows you how he have trespassing charges. Misdemeanor drug charges. So that already show you he's being at places where he don't be. Why wasn't it nobody kept a closed eye on this young man? Y'all, this ain't nothing but history repeating itself. I mean, think about it. Even when you go back in the past, look at what they did to the black church. History repeating itself. How many times did they bomb a black church back then? Or shoot up a black church? Or put a cross in the yard burning? Or hung somebody in front of the church? This ain't nothing new. Or the church been set on fire. It's nothing new. My heart goes out to these families. This young man's personal life was destroyed. And when a person's personal life is messed up, they would do anything to anybody at any given moment, because they are too much of a coward to take their own life. Y'all think about that for a minute. See, if you notice, it's hard for a coward to take their own life. Very hard. You don't see too many cowards taking their own life. They might even held the gun to their head, I don't know how many times, but they couldn't pull the trigger. They take other people's lives. Everything this dude did, he planned it. He planned it. He knew what he was going to do. He talked about it, he set it up, and he done it. And then nobody catch it. That's what's sad. To sit in Bible study and ask for the pastor first when you go into church. To sit with them for an hour. Then just start shooting. But you know what he did first before he started shooting? He started arguing with scriptures. See, that's an unbeliever. But look at how many children have to ask their mamas and daddies questions like, Mama, why isn't it safe in the church? Or Daddy, would I get killed next? Mama, why isn't my school so messed up? Why is my teacher trying to fill on me? It ain't safe nowhere. Once again, who really would want to bring a child up in this now? You got shootings everywhere. Violence everywhere. It ain't safe at school. It really ain't safe in your own home. You just got to pray and stay under the shadows of the Almighty. This incident here, I ain't gonna say incident, this murder, this massacre, makes me think of back then when those 4 black girls were killed in that bombing at the black church in Birmingham, Alabama. That's why I said if you take away the guns, you still got bombs. You still got knives. You can be beaten to death. You still got ways to be poisoned with food. There's too many ways to be killed now. There's too many ways. This young man had a mission that he was on. And he didn't mind. He didn't mind at all shooting these people. And what's so sad, they didn't care nothing at all about what color he was. They accepted him, but he had a problem with their color. They accepted him in the church just as he was another brother. They welcomed him in and showed love. And this fool had the nerve to say we was raping they women and taking over they country. See, that's demonic. Lost. This is a lost fool. Can't teach a fool nothing. We was raping they women and taking over they country. And y'all wonder why I don't holler out God bless America. Or stand up when they want to sing that national anthem and all this old crazy stuff. Man, I stay here, but I have a problem with her. But we was raping they women and taking over they country. And when you look at it, how long has black women been raped back then? How many black women raised white people children? How many times did Massa get a black woman pregnant and beat her? See, the young man was a confused young man. And you know what's even sad? It's a million and trillion or more of him out there just like he is, confused like he is. He shot up innocent people. And check this out. As he was shooting, he even looked at one black woman and told her that she was going to live just so she could be the one to tell the story on what happened, how it happened. See, that's a demon. And to the young child that had to play dead just to survive. Or somebody had to lay on top of somebody or look like they were just dead. See, I have a close homeboy I grew up with that had to play dead just so he wouldn't get shot like our partner got killed at 13 years old. Right down the street. Innocent. But for a child to have to go through that will mess a child up. To have to play dead. To have to see murder. See, this mess, it pisses me off. And this morning I had tears of anger coming out my eyes, Lady D, when I heard this. But it was yesterday, I believe. But when I heard this and started looking into it, tears of anger just rushed down my face. Especially for those children and the ones that was murdered. See, it's hard to do this video without really just going off hard in the way that I really want to go off. But like I said, I know who the real enemy is. It's not against flesh and blood. And with knowing that and having the Most High in me, that's the only thing, trust me, I mean the only thing that keeps me right in my mind. And not wanting to go out and do something stupid. Because if I didn't have the Holy Spirit, y'all, JT would be locked up or dead. That's just real talk. Because one thing I can't stand is for when you hurt, when you murder children, That ticks me off more than anything. Or rape a child. And then turn around, you got a murder and murdering all these innocent people. See, it's okay to be angry, but sin not. Oftentimes I get angry, but after the Holy Spirit in me bring me back to normal. See, to be angry but sin not, that was a hard one for me to accept at first with the Bible. Because the flesh gets the best of us at times. But when I think about these 6 women and 3 men that was just straight up murdered, I mean, that hurts. And I would be saying the same thing if there was 9 white women. I mean, 6 white women and 3 white men. I would be saying the same thing. Because color is not my issue. I would be saying the same thing if there was 6 Latino women. Or 6 Asian women and 3 Mexican men dead. 3 Chinese men. I would say the same thing. Because my heart goes out to anybody that's murdered. Any violence that takes somebody's life. I don't care what color you are. My heart go out to you and my prayers go to you. So if I was in prison, PP Drawing, I know you feel me in this video. I feel your spirit in this video. If I was in prison and I was seeing him, I wouldn't have thought twice about taking his life. Or plotting on some way to get him. But you know what? The Most High gonna get him. And that's the worst punishment he'll ever get. See, I'm talking about before I had the Holy Spirit. See, I done had my share of being wrongly accused. Being locked up behind this. I ain't do this, but they locked me up anyway. Went to jail for this. I done had my experiences with messed up police officers with the gun in my back. I almost got my head blowed off. I done went through so much y'all don't even know about. I just don't talk about a lot of it a lot of times. That's why those who can feel this video feel it. But if I was in prison, that dude there, he wouldn't have a chance. See, guns was nothing for us growing up, once again. It was easy to get then, and they even more easy to get now. We got guns before we got a textbook at school. Most of us growing up already shot somebody before we graduated. See, I grew up in a messed up hood. Very messed up. Gang violence, selling dope, prostitution, hood fights, I mean, you name it. Crooked police, selling dope, whatever you want to name, we went through it, then we K-Ray. But we learn how to use that stuff, the negative stuff. We learned how to live the positive way from the negative way. We learned what to do and what not to do. We saw death every day. We saw murder every day. Every day. And I mean every day. Matter of fact, the police didn't even want to come to our hood. So I'm just letting some stuff off my chest that I needed to let off. And to anybody that's listening, I appreciate you hearing me out, because I'm the type of man I don't like to keep stuff on the inside, because that's a killer. If you don't let it out, it'll kill you. So that's my little take. I'm doing this video like this because I'm answering more than one question, because the emails went. I told y'all I was just gonna do one video to y'all that I was able to respond back with. So that's why I tied everything in there like this, you know, answering those questions and tying it in with this fool that just shot up and killed 9 folks, man. So let me just say this as I close, y'all. If you don't have the Most High, you're in bad shape. You're in bad shape. And if you don't want to open up your eyes to really see what we living in, as it's getting worse and worse by the second, not by the hour, but by the second. you see who the God of this world really is. Do you really believe that this is the Most High doing this? When Yahshua said, my kingdom is not of this world, and anybody who loves the world is an enemy of the Most High. See, people like this is an enemy of the Most High. But the devil's job is to kill, steal, and destroy, and keep up all confusion. So let's just try our best to keep living the best way we can according to the word, and stop hanging around mess and leaving messy folk alone. And I would say stop going to certain places to try to stay safe, but it don't matter where you go, and it don't matter where you located. When somebody have something made up that they gonna do, it's pretty much gonna happen. And innocent people are gonna always be killed, murdered. This is why I'm trying to close, but this is why David, I feel just like David right now, King David. This is why David got mad, because it looked like the wicked just kept prospering. And I feel the same way, because it looked like everybody that's murdering, that's raping, that's torturing somebody is getting off. Or they having long trials, or trying to see if they schizophrenia or got a mental illness. Man, just call it, ain't no mental illness, just call it what it is. They demonic. So sick of all these big time words they want to use now. I mean, they just demonic, they demons. The hell with all this other stuff you want to call it, and prescribing all these pills. Pills do not stop a spiritual war. Keep trying to tell people that. So that's my time, y'all, as I close. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day.